welcome to our channel Knowledge Hub. Friends, subscribe to our channel and click the bell icon for the latest update. Today we gonna start with arithmetical ability, which is your quantitative aptitude. We are going to start with, and this is your class 10, and we'll discuss the topic which is your decimal fraction. And before, in the 10 classes we had done that is your chapter 1, which is your operations on numbers, and the second we had done about that is your LCM and SCF of numbers as well. So you can go through with that and you will find out each and every video where that is. And we are dealing with the section 1, which is arithmetic ability, and that is your third topic, which is decimal fraction, which we had done operations on numbers and LCM and SCF, as I told you about in last 10 classes. So decimal fraction, which is also an important one. Before starting with this, it's a huge request from my side to all the viewers, please go through with the subscribe button and please like, share and subscribe to our channel, so that many maximum people can get the information at once, and even though you can also enjoy the video as well. Before starting with the questions, we have to know about something related to the decimal fraction, the basics of decimal fractions as well. So the important facts and formulas that we'll discuss in terms of it, that is of related to the decimal fraction here. In that, the first thing we'll have to know about what is decimal fraction. That is a decimal, individually decimal you know very well, and the fraction as well you know very well because you had studied in the smaller classes. But what is decimal fraction? And there is the fraction in which a denominator are powers of 10 are known as decimal fraction. I repeat that you can just write it on if you want to write it. Decimal fraction. So in the terms of decimal fractions here, that what it states that fraction in which denominators are powers of 10 are known as decimal fraction. Thus we can say that, like for example, that is your 1 by 10. Okay, so 1 by 10 is a decimal fraction because it is your 1/10 here. And same for that, same the other we have which is your, it will be equals to 0.1. And when talk about 1 upon 100, so this is also decimal fraction, and in the same cases that is 100th, so that is your 0.01, that will be the right answer. So that is the decimal fraction. Or we can say that like 29 upon 100, 99 upon 100. If 99 upon 100, so that the answer would be 0.99. so दो zeros नीचे होंगे तो दो आपके decimal के बाद value होने चाहिए. For that, if you have number upon 7 upon 1000, so 7 upon 1000 means that 0.007, so there should be the 3 decimal after decimal place, because the denominator have 1000 place. So it totally depends upon the question how it is and how we have to solve it out in terms of decimal fraction. I think that is clear to you, that is what is decimal fraction. Now we'll talk about the second, that is your conversion of decimal into the vulgar fraction. That is the second one, that is conversion of decimal into vulgar fraction. In this, if I'm talking about here, that conversion of decimal into vulgar fraction, this is very important because in the same cases, if I'm talking about, these were the topic which I am going to explain you in this class, because this is the first class of decimal fraction, the basics, the formulas, that the pattern what we have to solve it out in a further questions. That is what I am making you right here, so you can go through with the detailed about it, and you have to understand. If you are not able to understand anything related to it, you can just comment it on, we'll provide you that as well, advice as well. So okay, so in this, the conversion of decimal into the vulgar fraction, how you converted the decimal into a vulgar fraction. So that is and you have to put 1 in a denominator under the decimal point, and with annex it as many zeros as in the numbers of that that after the decimal point. And now you have to remove the decimal point and reduce the fraction to its lowest term. For example, I will give solve by an example. The question is like 0.25. okay, so if it is 0.25, what you will do further, that is as I told you about jitna 100 zeros hote hain, we'll put the decimal after that particular digits. So यहाँ पे decimal के बाद 2 आपके digits हैं, so we'll put 25. ये decimal हटाएंगे हम, so we'll add in on 2 zeros in the denominator, so that is your 25 upon 100. अब इस 25 upon 100 तो हमने ये decimal को fraction में convert करने के लिए कर दिया, but when we are converting the decimal into the Vulgar fraction, we have to reduce it into a smaller part, that is your 25 ones are 25 and 25 fours are 100, so that is will be 1 upon 4 will not be divisible, so that is the right answer for this 0.25 here. Take another question as well, that is your that is 2.008, and for that we'll talk about it, which is your 2 0, and this point decimal हटाएंगे तो यहाँ पे 1 2 3 zeros नीचे बढ़ जाएंगे. It means that will be 1 up 2008 upon thousands here. When we are cancelling it out, we will be getting is your 2 ones are 2 and 3 zeros, and 2 5s are 10 and 2 zeros, and then we have and 2 5s are 10 and 2 zeros, and 2 4 2s are 4, and then we have your 2 2s are 4, 2 5s are 10 and 0 as well. Then we'll solve further it out, and that will get 2 2s are 4 and 2 5s are 10, and that is your the one here itself, that is your 8, sorry, this is your 8 now, so that will that will be your 1 here, and this is your 2, so that is 251, and that in this we will be having 2 ones are 2, 2 2s are 4, and 2 5s are 10, so that is your 251 upon 125. That will be the answer when we are solving the conversion of the decimal into the Vulgar fraction as well. We'll go ahead in the same cases. We'll go ahead for the annexing the annexing the zeros to the extreme right of the decimal fraction that does not change its value. For that, for annexing, if I'm talking about here, the question we have, like we have 0.8 here. So for that, it will be your 0.80 or equals to 0.800. This is what the annexing zeros to the extreme right of their decimal fraction that does not change its value. That point के बाद हम जितना भी आगे zeros बढ़ाते हैं, it will not affect the question. So that is the reason that it does not change the value here. Okay, from the right side, if you are increasing, left side increase करेंगे, so value will changes. The second, if the numerator and the denominator of the fraction contain the same number of decimal places, then we remove the decimal sign as well, because point what is it, अगर दोनों आपका above and below दोनों ही आपका है, तो फिर आप उस केस में क्या करते हैं, like we'll taking an example here, 1.84 upon 2.99. So in the same cases, if you can see here कि यहाँ पे भी डेसिमल के बाद 2 नंबर है और यहाँ पे भी डेसिमल के बाद 2 नंबर है, तो अगर हम इस डेसिमल को हटा के यहाँ पे 2 जीरो बढ़ाएंगे, इस डेसिमल को हटा के 2 जीरो, तो ऑलरेडी ये दोनों कैंसिल हो जाएंगे. सो व्हाट विल गेट इज़ योर 184 अपॉन 2, दैट इज़ योर 299. तो इस वजह से हम वो अगर सेम डेसिमल प्लेस पे ही आपके सेम डेसिमल के बाद सेम डिजिट्स हैं आपके, सो यू कैन जस्ट रिमूव दैट डेसिमल हियर. ओके, अगर सेम नंबर्स है तो डेसिमल के बाद. नाउ विल कैंसिल इट आउट एज 2 9s are 18 here, and then with 2 2s are 4, and then we have your here as well, that is 299. So it is not cancelled by 2, so we'll take it as a different one, that is your and this is your 13, so that will be your 8 upon 13. The other will take it as an example, which is your, that is 0.365 that we have upon 0.584. So as I told you about, they have equal numbers of digits after the decimal, so 3 and 3, so that is being cancelled here. So you can say you can write it down 365 upon 584 here, and when we'll cancel it out, we'll get 5 8. So the 5.8 will be the right answer for this question as well. Now we will go ahead further one, and that what we will talk about it, and which is the another question as well. So that is your operations on decimal fraction. We will discuss the operation, what were the operations being performed here. So operation on decimal fraction. So operations on decimal fractions, if I'm talking about here itself, in this that there are many operations that has been performed in the decimal fraction, but we will discuss 4 to 5 operations that we performed here in the decimal fraction, and that is also important during when you are solving the questions here. So the first we have for that addition and subtractions of decimal fraction. Addition and subtraction of decimal fraction. So in addition and subtractions of decimal fractions here, where the given numbers are so placed under each other that the decimal points lie in one column and the numbers so arranged that can now be added or subtracted in the usual way as well. We'll talk about the second one, which is the multiplication of a decimal fraction by a power of 10. Multiplication of a decimal fraction by a power 10. So in this, that shift the decimal point to the right by as many places as in the power of 10. For example, we have a question here which is 5.9632 into 100. So in the same case, that will be equals to, if you can see here, what we'll do, the point is here, so when it is multiplied 100, so that the point is shift towards the right hand side 2 place, so that will be getting the answer as well, which is your 596.32. The other question will take it for practice, that is your 0.073, and in that has been multiplied by, that is your 10,000. So in the same case, if it is talking about here, so what it will be, 10,000, that means 1 2 3, and then you have a 4 zeros, so 1 zeros will increases here as well, so that will be increasing, and that will be equals to 730. That will be the answer here. Now the third operation we talk about it, and which we have is that is the multiplication of decimal fractions. So multiplication of a decimal fraction, that we talk about it here. In this, that is the multiply the given number considering them without the decimal point, and now in the product the decimal point is marked off to obtain as many places of decimal as in the sum of the number of decimal places in the given numbers. Suppose we have to find the product of that we have a number as well, which is in the form that is 0.2 into 0.202 into 0.002 here. So for that, now we have 2 into 2 into 2, 2 2s are 4, 4 2s are 8, and sum of decimals places we have equals to 1 plus 2 plus 3. As you can see, 1 plus 2 plus 3. So that is 3, 2 plus 4, 5 plus 1, 6. That is equals to 6. So 0.2 into 0.02 into 0.002. So that will be, the answer would be 6. So that in this that answer will be 8. And 6 decimal places, it means we have to put 6 zeros before 8. 1 2 3 4 5 and 6. So that will be the right answer here for this particular question. We'll go ahead the fourth operations on decimal fractions, and that we have is dividing a decimal fraction by a counting number. Dividing a decimal fraction by a counting number. So in this here itself that we talk about it, dividing a that is your decimal fraction by a counting number. In this, that divide the given number without considering the decimal point by the given counting number. And now in the question, put the decimal point to give as many as decimal as there are in the dividend. Suppose we have to find out the question for. The question is to be as follows: 0.0204 that is being divided here, that is your plus, no, that is being divided 17. So now what we'll do it, we'll go ahead with the decimal, we'll remove it and just we'll solve it out and then we'll put it out. So 204 divided by 17, and that will equals to 12. 17 12 is your 204, and that is for the dividend that content 4 places of decimal, as you can see here, that 1 2 3 4 here 4. So will be the answer is your 0. Now we'll write it down the question what they had given you here, and the answer we get it as well. So the 4 decimal place, the answer is a 12, so 2 zeros more we increase here, so that is your 0.0012. That will be the right answer for this question. So you can do it decimal math, that you just take a whole number, you can just divide simply by that number, and then after that you will put the zeros as well. Let's go ahead with other operation, which is your 5th operations of decimal fractions here. So that is your dividing a decimal function, that is your fraction, by a decimal fraction. That we have to talk about it here. In this, if I'm going ahead, where that is your multiply both the dividend and the divisor by a suitable power of 10 to make a divisor a whole number. Now proceed as above as well. Let's go ahead with the question here, so that you are able to understand what we are going to solve it and how we are going to solve it out as well. So here the question we have, that is 0.00066 upon 0.11. So when we'll solve it out, what it will be, we will be multiply 100 to both sides, the numerator and denominator, 0.00066 upon 0.11, and that will be 100 upon 100. So that will be what it will be, and that 100 it will be shifted towards it, so it will be 0.066, and if it is will be shifted here 1 2, so that will be 11. When 11 will be divided here, so 11 6 are 66, so 0.06 will be the answer as well. 0.006, yeah, that will be the right answer. Now we will talk about the another 5th topic we have to talk about it, and that is the another one, which is the comparison of fractions. So in comparisons of fractions, what we talk about it in this, that suppose some fractions are to be arranged in ascending or descending order of magnitude, then convert each one of the given fraction in the decimal form and arrange them accordingly. Suppose we have to arrange the fraction that we have 3 by 5, 6 by 7 and 7 by 9 in descending order. Okay, so what we'll do now, that is your 3 by 5 if I'm talking about, so 3 by 5 is equals to 0.6, and 6 by 7 is equals to 0.857, we had divided that, and 7 upon 9 is equals to 0.777 till infinite. So in that sense cases that we have here for 0.857, that is greater than 0.7777, and that is greater than 0.6 here. So with the same case we can say that 6 upon 7 is greater than 7 upon 9, and that is greater than 3 upon 5. Okay, so now we'll discuss about the another one, which is the sixth topic of the session, that is recurring decimal. In recurring decimal here, that what we have to talk about it in this, that if in the decimal fraction a figure or a set of figures is repeated continuously, then such a number is called a recurring decimal. In a recurring decimal, if a single figure is repeated, then it is expressed by putting a dot on it, and if a set of figures is repeated, it is expressed by putting a bar on the set as well. So thus we can say that, like 1 upon 3, if we will divide it, what we will get is your 0.3333 infinite times. So we can represent that 0.3 here as well and terminate that. The other in the same case, we have the value that is you know very well, the pi value, that is your 22/7, and the value for this we have is your that is 3.142857142857 and till infinite. So we can, same number will be repeating itself, so that we can say that 3.142857, that in the bar as well. So 142857, then 142857, it is repeating continuously, and as next time is also repeating infinite times. So we'll take as a bar that is repeating the this value has been repeating many times. So that is known as recurring decimal. How to represent here? With the same case, we'll talk about the pure recurring decimal, and that is mixed recurring decimal as well. So pure recurring decimal, will go ahead. Pure recurring decimal. In pure recurring decimal here, that a decimal fraction in which all the figures after the decimal point are repeated is called a pure recurring decimal here. Now we'll talk about the converting a pure recurring decimal into a vulgar fraction, that we'll talk about it, and then we'll go ahead with a further one as well, and that will discuss mixed recurring decimal as well as converting a mixed recurring decimal into a vulgar fraction as well, and we'll discuss some basic formulas as well. So here we go ahead. We'll talk about the converting a pure recurring decimal into a vulgar form. Your vulgar fraction. So converting a pure recurring decimal into a vulgar fraction here, in this we'll go ahead in the detailed about it, which is that write the repeated figure only once in the numerator and take as many nines in the denominator in the numbers of repeating figure, that the figure with the option, the question we have is your 0.5. So when we will go ahead with solution, that will be, it will be your 5/9. So in the same case, it will be becoming 0.53, that will be repeating here itself, which is your, we can say that the other question will take it as like that is your if we are going to solve it, or which is 53/99 if we solve bar as well. The other question we can say that is we have 0.067 and 0.67 is having a bar. So what we will do it here in the same case, so that is representing that for that sake we have your that answer is your 67 upon, we have a 3 bars, so we'll put the 39 as well in denominator. So that will be followed as well. So when you are converting a pure recurring decimal into a vulgar fraction, so you have to do like that. Now we'll talk about the mixed recurring decimal. So mixed recurring decimal here in this, that is your a decimal fraction in which some figures do not repeat and some of them are repeated is called a mixed recurring decimal, and that we'll go talk about it. And here we have a question 0.1 0.17333, and that is equals to that till infinite, and that will be equals to which we have is just 0.17 and 3 bar we have, so that is 0.173, and where in 3 we have a bar as well. Let's go ahead with other question that what we have to talk about it, which is converting a mixed recurring decimal into a vulgar fraction. Converting a mixed recurring decimal into vulgar fraction. So converting a mixed recurring decimal into a vulgar fraction, that we have to go ahead, and in the same cases that we have to solve it out as well. So in the same case here, that that in a numerator, that take the differences between the numbers formed by all the digits after the decimal point, and taking repeating digits only once, and that form the digits when they are not repeated, and in the denominator, that take the numbers that formed here, and that to as many nines are they are repeating digits, followed by as many zeros as in the numbers of non-repeating digits as well. So with the same cases we go ahead, and the question we have for this is your 0.16, so that is your 16 minus 1 upon 19, so that is equals to 15 upon 19, and that is when we cancel it out 1/6. That is your answer will be 1/6. The other question we'll take about it, which is another one, is your 0.2273. we have a bar on 73. We will solve it out. What will we get? 2273 minus 22 upon 9900, and that will be equals to 2251 upon 990 and 0 here. Now we'll go ahead with other one, that what we talk about it, and which is another questions here as well, and that is on the starting with the questions we will discuss some of the basic formulas. I hope you know very well, but if you don't know, you can just copy it down, because these were important formulas as well. So some basic formulas that we will discuss here. Some basic formulas that we'll discuss here. So there are many formulas, but we'll discuss some of the basic formulas that what we have to discuss here, and that the first formula we'll talk about it, which is a plus b, a minus b is equals to a square minus b square. This is the first formula. The second formula we have a plus b square equals to a square plus b square plus 2ab. The third formula is a minus b square, which is equals to a square plus b square minus 2ab. The fourth formula is we have a plus b plus c square, which is equals to a square plus b square plus c square plus 2ab, ab multiply plus cbc multiply and ca multiply. The fifth formula we have is your a cube plus b cube, which is equals to a plus b and a square minus ab plus b square. Talk about sixth formula, which we have a cube minus b cube, which is equals to a minus b, a square plus ab plus b square. We talk about the seventh one, which is the seventh formula a cube plus b cube plus c cube minus 3abc, and that is equals to a plus b plus c, a square plus b square plus c square minus ab minus bc and minus ac. The other question formula and the last formula, the eighth formula, we have when a plus b plus c equals to 0, then a cube plus b cube plus c cube is equals to 3abc. Okay, so these were the important formulas that we have here, which is your 8 formulas that we are dealing with irrespectively, and these were the formula which we use in this chapter, and which is very long, that will discuss more than 100 questions as well, and more than that as well. So in that same cases, I will just request to you all, please copy these questions, because if you don't know the formulas, so you are not able to solve it out, and you will just confused between that the formula is what, and because there are at least 8 formulas that we'll discuss, and on that basis we'll discuss at least more than 120 questions here in reference towards these formulas that we are dealing with. So let's go ahead with the questions, and we'll solve the many questions here to be as follows. Is the questions here to be followed, and that is the first question of the session, while using all these formulas which I had told you about it. The question is, convert the following into a vulgar fraction as well. That is, what we have to see is the decimal question, and then that we have to convert into the vulgar fraction here. The question is to be as follows, which is 0.75. This we have to convert into the vulgar fraction, and for that we will go ahead, and that is we are going to solve it out as well, which is 0.75. when we remove this point decimal, we have a 2 number after that, so we'll add 2 zeros in the denominator, and then after that we will be going ahead here, and that is equals to 3/4, which is 25 3s are 75, and 25 4s is your 100. So that will be the 3/4 will be the answer here as to be follows. Now we're moving ahead with the second question of the session, and that is also that we have to convert the following into the vulgar form here, and that to be as follows. So let's go ahead with the second question, and that is your 3.004, and that will be converted here, which is equals to 3.004 upon, that is 1 2 3 numbers we have after decimal. We will remove that, and we'll add on 3 zeros in the denominator, and then we'll cancel it out as well, and that will be your 2 1s are 2, 2 5s are 10, 0, and 2 2s are 4. For this, 2 5s are 10, 0 0. Then again to use 2 that is 2 7s are 14, and then 2 5s are 10, and 2 1s are 2, 2 2s are 4, 2 5s are 10, and 2 0 as well. So that is 751 upon 250. That will be the right answer here for this question. Let's go ahead with the third question, that also will do convert the following into a vulgar fraction, and that we go ahead here, which is the third question, and that the question is 0056. In this, that is, we'll remove here this decimal, we will increase 4 zeros in the denominator, so that is 56, because before the number the 0 is not countable. 1 0 0 and 0, there are 4 zeros, and when we'll cancel it out as well, so that is here, and that is I will go ahead, this is 8, this is 1 2 5 0, so the answer will be 7 upon 1250. We'll go ahead with the fourth question, and that what we will have to solve it out as well, and that will be as follows. We'll talk about the fourth question of the session here. In this, arrange the fractions. We have to arrange the fraction, and the fraction is 3 by 4, 4 by 7, 8 by 9, and 9 by 11 in their descending order. We have to do it in the descending order. And this is very important question because this has been asked in RAI examination paper, and that is very important in terms of competition wise. We will go ahead with a further solution for this we have, which is, we can say that clearly 3.5 is equals to 0.5, 4 upon 7 is equals to 0.571, that is 8 upon 9 is equals to 0.88, and 9 upon 11 is equals to 0.818 as well. In the same case, now we can say that 0.88 is greater than 0.815, is greater than 0.6, greater than 0.571. We can say that 8 upon 9 is greater than 9 upon 11 is greater than 3 upon 5 is greater than 4 upon 7 here. Now we will go ahead with other question that what we have to talk about it, and that is the fifth question of the session here. So let's go ahead, and that what we have to talk about it. And in the same pattern what they are following here, and the one question also that will deal with it, and which is to arrange the fractions in by 5 by 8, 7 upon 12, 13 upon 16, 16 upon 29, 34 upon 3 upon 4 in the ascending order of their magnitude. Also that will solve it out. So let's go ahead with fifth question of the session. So the fifth question of the session, that what we have to talk about it, and that is arrange the fraction which is your 5 by 8, 7 upon 12, 13 upon 16, 16 upon 29, and 3 upon 4 in ascending order of magnitude here. That's what we have to find out. So for that we have a solution here. We're converting each of the given fractions into the decimal form, so that we will get here, which is your 5 by 8 is equals to 0.625, and 7 upon 12 is equals to 0.5833, and 13 upon 16 is equals to 0.8125, and 16 upon 29 equals to 0.5517, and 3 upon 4 is equals to 0.75 as well. So now we can say that that is your 0.5517 is less than 0.5833 is less than, that is 0.625 is less than 0.75 is less than 0.8125, and that we can say that 16 upon 29 is less than 7 upon 12 is less than 5 upon 8 is less than 3 upon 4 and less than 13 upon 16 here itself. So that will be the increasing order we have, ascending order we will be finding out. Let's go ahead with other question, which is your sixth question of the session, that to discuss and that to evaluate here. We'll go ahead with the sixth question of the session. We have to evaluate here, and in the evaluation the question is 6202.5 plus 620.25 plus 62.025 plus 6.2025 plus 0.62025. This is very important question because this has been asked in LIC examination paper. So we will solve it out here as well. For the question that to be followed is we'll put the value 6202.5, 620.25, then 62.025, then we have 6.2025, and then 0.62025, to 5 as well, that we are solving here as well, that we have to add on, and which is we will have to go ahead with the proceeding because these all have a here plus sign, so we will have to solve it out as well, and we will go ahead here. That is your 5 here, 5 plus 2 is your 7, 5 plus 2 is your 7, then 5 plus 2, 7 plus 2, that is 7 to 9, that is your 9 here. Then we have 2 and plus 2, that is 4 plus 6, that is 10. So we have here that is 6 to 6, and that is 2 plus 2, that is 4, 10, 10 plus 5, 15, 5, and point 1 carry. So that is 6 plus 2 is 8, 8 plus 2 is your 10, 10 plus 1 is 11, so 1 and with 1 carry. Then we have 6 plus 2 is your 8 plus 1, 9, and then 6 plus 2 is your 8 and 6. So the answer would be 6891.59775. That will be the answer, and when you are solving it out, you have to be very careful about it, about the decimal when you are going to solve it out. So you have to solve like that, what I have solved it here. We will go ahead with other question, and that is the question of the session is the 7th question of the session, that we go ahead here. Where we go ahead with the question, and that we have another question to evaluate. 5.064 plus 3.98 plus 7.7036 plus 7.6 plus 0.3 plus 2, that we have to solve it out here. So let's go ahead with the solution, which is, we'll put the value 5.064, 3.98, 0.7036, that is another one is your 7.6, 0.3 and 2.0. We have to add on, so we'll go ahead, which is 6 itself here, and 6 is 7, 4 plus 3 is your 7, and then we have 6 plus 8, that is 6 plus 8, we have 14, 4 यहाँ 1 carry, plus here that is 9 plus 1, 10, plus 7 is 17, plus 6 and plus 3, so 17 plus 3, that is 18, 19, 20, 20 plus 6, that is your the 26, so 6 here, 0.2 carry, so 2 carry. Then we'll go ahead with 5 plus 3, 8, 9, 10, 17, and 17 plus 2 is your 19. So the answer would be 19.6476. So that will be the answer, 19.6476. That will be the answer here as follows. We'll go ahead with the 8th question of the session, and that they had asked you about it to evaluate. This is also the evaluation, and that we have is your 31.004 minus 17.2386, that we have to go ahead. In the case, as you can see, the above question is all about the plus and addition that we had done, and even though we had done very carefully, and we'll solve it out as well, but in this is your subtraction, so we have to do it. So here we'll go ahead, which is 331.004 minus number itself is your 17.2386. So we'll go ahead, and that is your 14 में 6 जाएगा is your of course that will take as sorry, this is in 0 na, so that will increase it 0. So 0, or that is your 10, and 10 में 6 क्या is your 4, and then your 13 as been making 13 में 8 क्या is your 5, then it is 9, 9 में 3 क्या is your 6, then again 9 में 2 क्या is your 8, sorry 9 में 2 क्या is your 7 point. Here it is 11, then it carries it out is 10, 10 में 7 क्या is your 3, and 2 में 1 क्या is your 1. So the answer is 13.6476. 7654. Now we'll go ahead with other question, which is your 9th question of the session, and that we have 13 minus 5.1967. In this we'll solve it out, which is 13. So point will increase a 0 because here it is your 4 number 1 2 3 4 minus 5 minus 1967. So we'll take carries. This will become 9 9 9, and this will be the 10 here, and this will become 12. Okay, so in all total the 10 minus 7 is 3, 9 minus 6 is 3, 9 minus 9 is 0, that is, and the 9 minus 1 is 8, and 12 minus 5 we will be having 7. So the answer is 7.8033. That will be the right answer for this question as well. Let's go ahead with other question, that is your 10th question of the session, and that what we have to talk about it as well. So here we go ahead with the 10th question, and that the question of the sessions we have, which is what value will replace the question mark of the following equation. तो following equations हम लिखेंगे, उसके अंदर आपको question mark क्या होगा, आपको बताना है कौन सी वैल्यू है जो वो उस question mark को replace करेगी. So the question that we have here is your 10th question of the session, which is your 517249 plus, that is plus 378.352 plus question mark equals to, this question mark we have to find out, 9318.678. This has been asked in BSRB question paper. So we'll solve it out here at this one, and which is to be as follows. The solution for this we have, let 512 that is your 517.49 plus 378.352 plus question mark equals to 9318.618 here, that is 678, and which is equals to x equals to 9318.678 minus 517, and that is your, here it's that we'll talk about it, 5172.49 plus, that is your it will become, and that is in the same cases will be your plus 378.352, which is equals to 9318.678 minus 5550.842, and then we subtract it, we will find out 3767.836. So we'll go ahead with other question, that what we have to talk about it, and which is another question here as to be follows, which is your 11th question of the session, and that will go ahead, which is here the question is the question mark minus 7328.96 equals to 5169.38. This has also been asked in BSRB question paper as well. So here we go ahead with this, that to find out, let x equals to 9318.578 minus, sorry, that is your, let x it minus here, so let we'll go ahead, x minus 75328.96 equals to 516, that is your 5169.38. then what will get, x equals to 5169.38 plus 7, that is your 328.96. we will add and on, will get 12498.34. this will be the answer here for the question. We will go ahead with other one, which is your 12th question of the session, and that what we have to talk about it. We will start doing the 12th question, and then we'll go ahead with further one as well, and that to solve it out as well. And with the same cases, we'll have to find out the answer as well. So the question is all about to find the product here, which is your 12th one. Find the product. The question is 6.3204 into 100, and when we multiply it out, you know very well that when 100 multiplied it out, so the decimal place, two place will move ahead, so that will be your 632.04. the other question we have is your 13th question of the session, and the question is 0.069 into 10000, and where we'll go ahead, the 4 decimal place it will increase, so 3 numbers and 1 0 will increase here, so that the number will get is just 690. That will be the right answer for this question. We will go ahead with further one, and that what we have to talk about it, which is your the 14th question of the session here. Let's go ahead with the 14th question of the session, where we have to solve it out as find the product only. So let's go ahead here. We'll talk about the 14th question of the session, that what we have to talk about it here. And in the same case, we'll go ahead and we have to find the product as well in this as well. But before, in the last question, we have to do multiply with 100 and 1000 respectively. So but we have to multiply by the number. So the number we have is your 2.61 into 1.3. So for this, if I'm going ahead with the solution, that is when 2.61 and multiplied by 1.3, that is a decimal. So we'll do one thing. Okay, we remove the decimals here, and then we'll take a simple whole number, and then we'll multiply that, and after that we'll put according to the question, we'll put the decimal here as well. So it will make us improve do in an easy manner. So if we remove decimal here, so it will be 261 multiply, if we remove decimal here, so it will be the 13 here, and that is multiplying. So what we'll get here is in the form, I will just let you know, 261 multiplied by 13. So 3 ones are 3, 3 6 are 18, 1 carry, 3 2s are 6 plus 1 7, 1 6 and 2. We'll go ahead with solution. 3 8 plus 1 9. So 8 plus 1, that is 9, and 7 plus 6 is 13, 3 1 carry and 3. So the answer we'll get is your 3396, and that is your, we'll put the answer, that is 3396. So sum of decimal places, we'll see that sum of decimal places of given numbers equals to, you can see 2 and plus 1, so that is 2 plus 1, and that is equals to 3. So here we'll put question 6, that is your 2.61 into 1.3. So we'll first write the answer here, that is your 3396. So the decimal place we have to see is your, that is your 3 here itself, that we had find it out. So we'll put that 1 2 3, so that will be the answer would be your, that is 3.396. We'll go ahead with the other question, that what we have to solve it out. The decimal multiplications, decimal divisions, as I told you, you have to remove that decimal and then you will just do the solution, and after that you can find it out the solution, and then you can put the sum of the decimal places, and you can put the decimal as well, so it does not change the question. We'll go ahead with the 15th question of the session, that the question we have 2.1693 into 1.4. So in this, if I'm talking about here, which is we'll go ahead, and that is your 21693, and that is into 14. We'll remove the decimal as well. Here it will 2, and that is your, the answer will go ahead, and that will multiply 21693 multiplied by 14. So we'll multiply it, 4 3 is 12, 2 yahan 1 carry, and that is 4 nines are here, that is your 32 plus 1 33, 3 yahan 3 carry, and that is your 4 6 that is we have, that is 24, and 24 plus 3 is your 27, 7 yahan 2 carry, 2 4 ones are 4 plus 1 5 6 here, and 4 2s are 8. Then we have number 1 here, so that is 3 9 6 1 2, and so 3 plus 3 that we have is your here itself, that is your 6 here, and that other one we'll talk about it, and that is 9. This is your that is your 2, that is 4 nines is your that is so 36 plus 1 37, that is your 37. So 7 we put it out here, and 7 plus 3 is your 10, that is 0 yahan 1 carry, and that is 10 plus 17, that is 7 yahan, and then 1 carry, 6 plus 6, that is your 12 plus 1 13, 3 yahan 1 carry, 8 plus 1 9 plus 10, 0 yahan 1 carry, and 3, that is your, the answer would be your 303702. So the answer will write it down 303702, and with the sum of digit places we'll do it, sum of decimal places equals to 4 plus 1 2 3 4 and plus 1. So 4 plus 1 equals to 5, and that is 2.1693 into 1.4 equals to 303702. So 5 decimal place, 1 2 3 4 5, it is 3.03702 here. We will go ahead with other question, which is your 16th question of the session, which is your, the question we have is your 0.4 into 0.04 into 0.004 into 40. That we go ahead and we'll solve it out as well, and that is also another question. So let's go ahead with this, and that we have as solution, and that is your, we'll remove the decimals here, and then we'll solve it out. So where we go ahead, 4 into 4 into 4 into 40, we had removed the decimal, so we'll go ahead, 4 4s are 16, so 160 and 160, 4 4s are 16, so 160 into 16, that is 6 zeros are 0, 6 6s are 36, and 6 1s are 6 7 8 9 into 0 6 1. We will add in on 0 6 9 plus 1 10 5 15 and 2, so 2560. That will get here. We'll do the same, sum of the decimal places. So the sum of decimal places is 1 plus 2 plus 3, so that will go ahead, 1 plus 2 plus 3, so 3 plus 2 is 5 plus 1, and that is 6. So we'll put the question same as that what they had given, 0.04 into 0.004 into 40, and that is equals to, we'll write the solution here, which is 2560, and we have to put the decimal before that is your 6 digits. So we'll go ahead. That is your 1 2 3 4 5 6 point. So this is the solution what we'll get here. That is your 16th question of the session. Now we'll go ahead with 17th question of the session, and that is as follows. Given that 268 multiply 74 equals to 19832, we have to find the value of 2.68 into 0.74. ठीक है, तो इसमें क्या करना है, हमको इसकी वैल्यू दी हुई है 268 इंटू 74 की, और अब हमको फाइंड करना है 2.68.74. तो द सेम क्वेश्चन हियर इट इज़, बट द पॉइंट डिफरेंस इज दैट इट हैज़ नॉट इन डेसिमल and this is in decimal. So we'll do it because इन्होंने हमें ये दे दिया है, इसलिए हमारे लिए इन्होंने सोल्यूशन थोड़ा इजी कर लिया है. क्योंकि अगर नहीं दिया होता, अगर इतना ही दिया होता तो व्हाट विल डू कि हम इसको डेसिमल्स को हटा के फिर इसको मल्टीप्लाई करते हैं, देन विल फाइंड द आंसर, एंड देन आफ्टर दैट सम ऑफ द डिजिट्स करते हैं, देन डेसिमल प्लेसेस, एंड देन विल यू गेट द आंसर एंड विल पुट द वैल्यू. बट इसमें इन्होंने ऑलरेडी मल्टीप्लाइड करके हमको दे दिया है, सो विल डू द सेम एंड दैट मेक्स इट ईजी एज वेल. सो वेयर सम ऑफ decimal places equals to, here we have 2 and plus here as well 2 plus 2 which is equals to 4. So 2.68 into 0.74, and they had given you the answer 19832. You have to put the decimal before that is your 4 digits. So 1 2 3 4, that is 1.9832. That will be the right answer for the question as well. We will go ahead with 18th question of the session. That what we have to talk about it, and let's go ahead. So 18th question of the session we have to find the quotient here. Find the quotient here, that is 0.63 being divided by 9. So here for this we will go ahead, we'll remove the decimal, we'll solve the answer, and then we'll put the decimal as well, which is 63 divided by 9. So 9 sevens are 63, that 7 will be the answer. So we'll divide and contains 2 places of decimal, as you can see here. Divide and contain, it is not visible. So 2 places of decimal, that is 0.63 divided by 9 is equals to, we will get answer as your 7, but it has been said that 2 decimal place, so that will be 0.07. Now we will go ahead with the 19th question of the session as well. We have to find out the question here itself. The question is 0.0204 divided by 17. So here 204 divided by, we'll go ahead remove this decimal here, divided by 17. So 17 12 is your 1204, and that is equals to, we'll go ahead and that will find it out here. Divide and contains 4 places of decimal. So here 0.0204 divided by 17 is equals to 0.0012. Now we will go ahead with other question, and that what we have to talk about it, and that is your 20th question of the session. The question we have 3.1603 divided by 13. So we'll do it. 31603, we have removed the decimal 13. So here we'll divide it, that we'll get 2431, then divide it. Dividend contains 4 places of decimal. So what we'll do it here, 3.16 03 divided by 13 is equals to, the answer will have 2431 1234. So we'll put the value here, decimal here as well. So here in this, while you are solving mathematical questions, you have to be very that is, you're comfortable in multiplication, and as well as you have to know about the table at least 20. If you are more you are dealing with competitions, of course it will be more than that as well, but at least you have to know about 20, because if you know the table, it makes the calculation for you, that makes an easy as well. So that is the what I want to say. And now we'll go ahead with other question, which is your 21st question of the session, and that what we have to go ahead. So in this we will be going ahead and we deal with it, and to evaluate the other question, we'll have to evaluate here the question. That is your 21st question. We have 35 divided by 0.07. So in this, that is 35 upon 0.07 is equals to, so there it is or two decimal place, we will multiply by 100. 35 into 100 upon 0.07 into 100. So it will move over here, so that it will become 3500 upon 7. So when you cancel it out, 7 1s are 7, 7 5s are 35, and 0. So the answer will be 500 here. Now we will go ahead with other question, which is your 22nd question of the session. The question we have here is your, that is 2.5 divided by 0.0005. And that is this has been a very important question, which has been asked in MBA examination paper. That is an important paper respect towards the competition wise. So here we go ahead. So 25 upon, that is 0.0005. So what we'll do it, here we have 1 2 3 4. So decimal के बाद 4 zeros हमें increase करने हैं. We'll multiply that. So 2.5 into 1 0 0 0 and 0 upon, which is 0.0005 into 1 0 0 0 0 as well. So that what we have to talk about it here itself, and when we are going to solve it out as well here in the same cases, that will get here as well, that is your 25,000 upon 5 here, that will remove here, and that is equals to 5, that is your 5 ones are 5, 5 5 are 25, 1 2 3 0. So that is your 5,000 as well. That will be the right answer for this question. So 23rd question of the session, that what we have to talk about it, and that we have to discuss as well. So 23rd question that we have is your, that is 136.09 plus 43.9, and this is very important question that is has been asked in hotel management question paper, which is also an important one here. So we'll go ahead with the solution that we have to talk about it, which is 136.09 upon, that is 43.9, and that is equals to 136.09 into 10, and that will multiplied here, which is your 43.9, because the decimal ke baad one place hai, so we'll multiply it simply by 10 to remove that, to make a denominator without that decimal. So we'll go ahead. When this multiplied, it will be the decimal place will shift it toward one decimal place, so 136.09 upon 439, and which is equals to, and we'll cancel it out, as your 31, and by one decimal place, so 3.1 would be the right answer for this question as well. Let's go ahead with other question, that what we have to talk about it, which is the 24th question of the session as well. In the same cases here that we have to go ahead, where what value will come in place of question mark in the following equation, that what we have to solve it out as well, which is here the question is 0.006, that is being divided by question mark is equals to 0.6 as well. That what we have to find out. Let 0.006 upon x equals to 0.6, then x equals to 0.006 upon 0.6, that is equals to 0.006 into 10 upon 0.6 into 10, it is 0.06 upon 6. We cancel it out as 1, so that will be the answer is here is 0.01. Now we will go ahead to do other question, and that is we have is the 25th question of the session, and that we have, which is your question mark plus 0.025 is equals to 80. For that we have to go ahead and that we'll have to solve it out as well. So here in this, that let x upon 0.025, that is your equals to 80. So for that, then x equals to 80 into point that is your 0.025 is equals to, that is your 2. That will be the answer here itself. Let's go ahead with the other question, that what we have to talk about it, and which is your that is your the 26th question of the session. And the question we have, if 1 upon 3.718 is equals to 0.02639, then find the value of 1 upon 0.0003718. You have to find out. अगर 1 upon 3.78 का आंसर ये है, which is 0.2689, तो आपको 0.0000 equals to 3718 का आपको वैल्यू पता करना है. So we'll do the solution here. That is 1 upon 0.0003718 is equals to 10. So we'll remove here point, so we'll increase the decimals 0 as well, 1 2 3 4 upon 3.718 here, that is equals to 10000 into 1 upon, that is 3.718. we'll put the value here, which is 1000 and 0 multiplied by 0.2689. we will get the value, which is 2689. That will be the answer. So the 2689 will be the answer for this particular question, that what we have to go ahead. Let's go ahead with other question, and that what we'll have to talk about it, which is the another one, which is your 27th question of the session. But we will that discuss in the next coming class, so that you will get all the information regarding each and every questions as well, and that we'll have to discuss. So first of all, here we'll end up with quantitative aptitude, which is we had started with decimal fractions here as well. In the decimal fraction, if I'm talking about it, that we had in terms of quantitative aptitude, we are dealing with the third topic here. Other than that, we are dealing with reasoning. Here we had completed the verbal reasoning, and we had started with non-verbal reasoning. The verbal reasoning we had done, that is where we had done, which is general mental ability and the logic reasoning. And in that the non-verbal reasoning, we had started with we had completed the series, and we had started with analogy part as well. Other than that, we will surely in the next coming class will complete the sociology as well. We'll start with software engineering and the chemistry part as well. And in quantitative aptitude, if I'm talking about, we are dealing with the two sections. In the first section, that is your arithmetic ability, where we had completed the operations on numbers, SCF and LCM of numbers, and we had started with decimal fraction, as you can see. In that we'll complete soon this one as well, and after that we'll start discussing about simplification, square roots and cube roots, average, problems on numbers, problems on ages, surds and indices, percentage, profit and loss, ratio and proportion, partnership, chain rule, time and work, pipes and cistern, time and distance, problems on trains, birds and stream, alligations or mixtures, simple interest, compound interest, logarithm, area, volume and surface area, races, that is, and games of skills, calendar, clocks, and stocks and shares as well, where in the same case the permutation, combination, and probability, true discount and plus discount, and that is your height and distance, odd man out, and series as well. Where in the same case the section 2 will talk about it, which is your data interpretation. In data interpretation we will talk about the tabulation, bar graph, pie chart, and line graph as well. So all the topics that we are dealing in the next coming classes that are all important here, you can go through with that and you will find out each and every video there as well. In the same cases, if I'm talking about here, that is where all the questions that we are dealing in class will deal with many of the questions paper as well in terms of it, so that you can practice all these questions by your side as well. Whatever the question we are dealing, you can just go through with that by your side, so that you are able to, you understood that are you able to solve it or not, and that makes you confident about the question, that in this particular type of a question you have a problem, you can just comment it on, and I will provide you the solution as well in an easy way, so that you will be able to understand. So thank you, hope you enjoy this video. If you like this video, please give a thumbs up and give a suggestion in the comment box, and please like, share and subscribe our channel, so that many maximum people can get the information at once, and even though you can also enjoy the video as well. Thank you.